most common inherited condition in the UK. If you are a sufferer, you can lose your balance and you can appear drunk or disorientated. Joining me here in the studio to try and raise awareness of the issue are a mum and a daughter who both suffer from this genetic disorder, and they are Karen and Catherine Butcher. Very good to see you.
Good morning.
And to make your way to sit down on this couch, we filmed you as I was going through the newspapers there, and this is you making your way along our corridors there. And Karen, the problem is people can mistake what is actually wrong with you here. Tell me more.
Yes, they can. I mean, it's not uncommon for people to be thought to be drunk. It is really difficult to just keep balance. What happens is the ankles, as the nerves degenerate in the legs, the feet become weakened, the ankle muscles become weakened, and you just wobble. All the mechanisms in the feet that are actually involved in balance just degenerate and atrophy. So balancing is really difficult. One of the hardest things of all is to stand still, funnily enough. You sort of sway backwards and forwards somewhat because...
And has this been handed down through your family tree? Who's had it before you?
My mother, my grandmother, my grandfather, I should say, my great-grandfather. We can trace back 6 generations from my daughter.
And then poor Catherine. How well or badly developed is it with you?
I've had quite a lot of surgery already, but I can still get around quite well. But yeah, I've had quite a lot of major surgery. I just had some fairly recently.
And she's been affected from a toddler, which is quite unusual in actual fact.
Is that right? So it's something that grows upon you as you get older?
It is a progressive condition.
Yeah. So, I mean, does that make it doubly tough for you because you know what it was like to be able to walk ordinarily?
Kind of. I mean, I made a conscious decision when I was having children that I knew what the genetic risk was going to be, and I couldn't have imagined not having children. So I made that conscious decision. There was a 50-50 chance, so I mean, it could have been that both my children would have been fine. As it happens, they're not. But because I've grown up with it, and my mum was always very, very positive, and we just have a very positive spin on the whole thing, really.
Yeah. So, Catherine, we're seeing with you what can actually be done. What improvements have been made now as regards you? Things could be a lot worse.
Yeah, when I was younger, when I first started secondary school, I used to fall a lot, sometimes more than once a day, and I had some pretty major surgery on both my feet when I was 14, and that stabilised my ankles quite well. I then had my right foot redone when I was 16. And then recently I've just had my toes straightened, and since then I can get around better than I could before. Obviously it's still quite difficult sometimes.
Sure. And the thing that shocked me here, we're talking about the most common inherited condition in the UK.
The most common inherited neurological condition.
All right.
A little bit
what does CMT stand for?
It stands for Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, which is the name of the 3 doctors that discovered it. And unfortunately, with the guy called Tooth, people tend to think, oh, something wrong with your teeth.
Yes,
And we are, no.
Now, these folk going up this wall, what has this got to do with what you're trying to do?
That's actually me with both my legs and plaster.
Where is that you in blue and the white helmet?
Yeah.
Right.
We do the charity we call it CMT Kids Weekend, and we take young people with the condition to Lake District at a special activity centre and show young people who are disabled that they can rock climb. You know, it's all specialist equipment, and so that was me rock climbing with both my legs and plaster, because they have special extra ropes and knee pads, and just, yeah, it's just an amazing...
And it's just a huge boost to the kids' confidence to learn that they can actually do things like that.
And how close are you to getting some sort of cure for this?
That's a very good question. I mean, with a lot more funding from CMT United Kingdom, we could perhaps do more. There's an awful lot going on around the world, but the trouble is there are about 50 plus different genetic causes. There are loads and loads of different types. It makes it very complicated. Yeah. It's a long way off, I think, still, realistically, but they're getting there. We're probably closer now than we ever were before, but
okay.
It's still
well, you've certainly raised that awareness with lots of people today, including myself. Karen and Catherine, thank you, and good luck to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.